Hi guys, welcome back to another video. My name is DJ Alize if you are new here. If you're not, again, welcome back. So today I wanted to do a video on travel nursing, specifically my experience, what I've learned so far, how to become a travel nurse, and what your expectations should be as a travel nurse in 2024. So I first wanted to start with my experience, but before we get into that, don't forget to please like, comment, and subscribe. And I want to just give a disclaimer already. You guys hear my son, he is over here trying to eat and watching his iPad. So I apologize for the noise in advance if you can hear it. Firstly, my experience, I started travel nursing about 6 months ago. And in the process, I have already done 2 assignments, possibly about to take another assignment. And I'm not sure if this will be my last one. I've been applying to a plethora of jobs because my experience has not been the best with travel nursing. For what I find, it can be very inconsistent. The rates are not what they used to be. And it is just not completely what I expected. So let me get into that. So my first assignment I took this year was in Oklahoma. I am a Nicu nurse. I was expecting to work Nicu, maybe occasional floats to peds. That turned into every night I was getting floated, and that became a norm for me on that assignment. Prior to that, I was getting canceled, so I would get canceled. I had 2 shifts I could be canceled in my contract. They used those immediately, so there was that. And then after that, when they couldn't cancel me anymore without paying me, I was floated every single night to peds, CV, ICU, or PICU, which I had no experience in. Obviously, I couldn't take babies over 2 years of age, so that wasn't that unfamiliar to me since the NICU that I came from does have a chronic care baby unit. So yeah, I ended up only being on that contract for about 8 weeks, and then I came to the contract that I'm currently on, which is a 16-week contract. It's a local contract. I did not go through an agency. I went straight through a hospital, so I'm technically a local travel nurse right now. And throughout this contract, I signed on for a specific rate, thinking I was going to get that on a bi-weekly basis. I have literally been canceled every single week pretty much of this contract for the whole 16 weeks, and this contract does end next week. So for the past 15 weeks I have been getting canceled consistently. As of right now, I have not worked in the past like 10 days, yeah, because I've been canceled consistently. And I find that this is happening a lot to travel nurses, especially if you are in like pediatric specialties or specifically NICU. Hospitals are kind of baiting and switching, and that's kind of what's going on right now, which leads me to my future. I am currently looking at staff jobs, per diem jobs, travel jobs. I'm looking at all the jobs because I don't know where I'm going next. I would like to stay local if possible, just because I feel like it's the most affordable rather than moving across the country possibly and not, you know, being able to make the money that I signed on for in my contract. So yeah, that's where I am right now with travel nursing. Let's get into the rates. A lot of people are coming into travel nursing with unrealistic expectations. COVID money is over. Pandemic money is over. The reason that we had pandemic money is because there was a pandemic. Ever since the pandemic was officially announced to be over, the rates have dropped to pre-COVID rates. So majority of rates right now are $2K a week. You're lucky if you can find 3 if you're in like a really hard specialty like CVOR or like RN First Assist. What's the other one? Cath lab. So yeah, if you work a really hard specialty, then you probably will be able to find a high paying contract. But if you are a normal nurse, even though I'm in a super specialized area, there's a lot of nurses out there, and the travel nurse market is oversaturated right now. So contracts are 2K, maybe 3, maybe close to 3. that's what you can expect. And honestly, I could make that doing overtime at a staff job. So that's why I'm kind of like in the middle. I do like the freedom of making what I would make doing overtime in only 3 shifts. But when I'm not getting my 3 shifts, then I'm making staff. And that's not worth it when, as a travel nurse, you're paying more, you've moved, you've relocated, and paying double expenses. If you are not a local travel nurse, you're paying double expenses. Sometimes even then you still are. So yeah, there's that. So don't expect in 2024, I would say don't expect to come into travel nursing and become a millionaire, because that is not the reality. Yes, you will have a more flexible schedule. You will likely make more money. You will likely be able to take those vacations and things, save, that you actually want to do, but don't expect to be like the COVID nurses who are, buying $1 million houses, making millions, quitting nursing forever, just off of the travel rates right now in 2024. I can't speak for the future, but as of right now, this is what it is. And if you guys are interested in what the rates are looking at, you can look at Vivian. Vivian is a good site to kind of see where travel nursing is right now. There are a lot of contracts on there that are under 2K right now, which is a joke. But that kind of lets you know where travel nursing is. If you are thinking about starting travel nursing, you can look at those rates, see if it works for you. Can you double expenses off of that? And there you go. Some of the pros of travel nursing are, like I said, better scheduling, getting to see new cities. I believe if you are single, you can probably have a lot of financial freedom. Like if you are single, no kids, no nothing. But if you do, it may not be the case. And I think some of the other pros are you're not working as hard as if you are staff, in my opinion. Especially as a NICU nurse, I typically get feeder growers. When I'm at my staff / per diem job now, because I still work at my old staff job as a per diem nurse, I still get really hard assignments. I still get intubated kids. I still get trachs, G-tubes, post-ops, pre-ops, tiny babies, jets, oscillators, all that good stuff I still get in my per diem job, where they know me, they feel comfortable, they know my skills. But in travel nursing, because they don't know your skills, you get easier assignments, like feeder growers, babies that are about to go home, that are about to discharge. That's what you're looking at. Some of the cons of travel nursing is sometimes the scheduling can be inconsistent, and I was saying, you may get canceled more often. You're going to be the first person canceled if something happens, like census drops, they're overstaffed for the night. Travel nurses are the first to get canceled. So just be aware of that. Make sure you are saving your money, because that is the reality that you are looking at. Don't just be out here splurging like you see on TikTok, because you need to have money to fall back on as a travel nurse, because your shifts may not be consistent. All right, y'all, I apologize for the quality switch. My camera did just die, and it keeps on dying, but I do want to finish this video for you guys. You need to be saving, because travel shifts are not consistent like a staff job. A staff job, you are guaranteed shifts, versus a travel job, sometimes you are, sometimes you are not. You also need to be, I'd say, okay with floating, because if they cannot cancel you, like what's written in your contract, you will be floated. You probably are not going to be just staying home getting paid. They're going to make you work for the money. So yeah, keep that in mind. Overall, right now, I do feel like if you are unhappy with your staff job, traveling is worth it. Especially, like I said, if you are single, no kids, you don't really have too many expenses, stuff like that. I do feel like it's still worth it. I also feel like if you are in, like, let's say a really low paying state like Alabama, Mississippi, Arkansas, like places like that where I know the pay is not even something an RN should be paid, then I do feel like travel nursing is still worth it. However, if you are a person who lives in, like, let's say California or New York or Florida, where the cost of living is really high right now, I think you should look at everything before you go into travel nursing. Like I said, look on Vivian, look at the current rates. Look what's happening with that. A lot of the rates that I've been getting this year have been in the 2000s. As I said in a previous video, the rate I'm at right now is close to 3,000, but it's not quite 3,000. And then when I'm not working all of my shifts, it's the average rate that everyone else is getting. So make what you will with that. So as I said, with my future plans, I am not sure if I'm going to continue traveling. I'm looking at contracts currently. So I may not. I may go back to staff. I may be just a per diem princess and kind of work as my schedule fits. But I'm not completely decided yet. It's whatever opportunity sounds the best once it's offered to me. So yeah, I believe that is where travel nursing is in 2024. Like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. I'm happy to answer any questions that you guys may have. So feel free to drop them down below. And I will see you guys in the next one.